Hi, I'm Ivy, I'm 37, I live in Germany, and right now I'm preparing for the IELTS exam to study in English at the university here in Frankfurt am Main. And at the same time I am learning German because I truly love this country and I want to stay here for good. In the last 4 episodes I shared my whole study journey, all my plans for 2026, my honest goals and also my honest fears, because starting to study again at 37 honestly sounds a little bit crazy. But somehow I'm managing to balance the study part of my life with all the other parts of it too. Like having a family, a full-time job, a kid, 3 pets at home and of course friends and normal life outside of studying. And today I want to invite you to spend a few productive days with me, with lots of studying, lots of work and just real life in general. I'm also gonna share my tech and study setup, both for work and studying. Talk about how I'm trying to keep my energy level high with everything that's going on in my life right now and also share an important life update. Finally, I found a way to actually start studying without postponing it, because I was diagnosed with ADHD years ago and I know that feeling when you can postpone even the most important thing in your life for hours or even for days and weeks. So what I do right after I wake up is go directly to my study place here in my cute little home office and just start studying immediately. Just 2 Pomodoros. I use this method that works perfectly for me, called the Pomodoro method, which is basically a 45-minute study block and then a 15-minute break. I do 2 Pomodoros before coffee, before breakfast, even before my morning shower, and honestly it works so well. Nowadays I usually wake up around 7 a.m. and by 9 a.m. I already have 1.5 hours of studying done, and it feels amazing for the rest of the day, because even if I do absolutely nothing later, at least I already completed this one important thing for myself. Maybe it's because I'm already 37 and I suddenly want to be closer to nature and the ground, but last year I started planting some green plants on my balcony and this year I'm trying to grow actual greens too. Today I planted basil and Schnittlauch. I honestly don't even know the English word for Schnittlauch because now my brain works in 3 languages at the same time. I have some seeds and actually I have no idea how to plant them, but I decided just to do it. And I really love doing this kind of stuff with my hands in between work and study sessions, because I think it's one of the best ways to rest without screens and without constantly overloading your brain. Doing something physical with your hands really helps me relax and switch my brain off, at least for half an hour, and honestly I think we all need more things like that in our lives right now. Try doing something that requires only your hands, not your brain thinking non-stop all the time. Let's go back to the office and study again. Well, next I have 4 more Pomodoros waiting for me. 2 for English and 2 for German. And I actually want to talk about why I studied 2 languages at the same time. Because at first I tried to study only German for the whole day and then only English on another day, and honestly I was exhausted. The next day I literally wanted to lie in bed and do absolutely nothing because I felt so overwhelmed after hours of studying just one language. So I just decided to mix them because somehow learning the second language actually feels like resting after learning the first one. Which sounds crazy, but it works for me. Right now I mostly study German from books. Like this one, I just got a new book for studying and learning German. And I also use workbooks, and for English and IELTS prep I was trying to use YouTube videos, but honestly there is so much useless information there, so much talking about nothing but paid IELTS courses promos, and sometimes a 20-minute video could literally be explained just in 2 sentences. So I decided to prepare for IELTS mostly with ChatGPT, and honestly I think it's more than enough for me. It really helps me understand how to structure those formal essays and improve my writing without wasting hours watching random videos. So that's basically how I study right now. My tech and study setup is actually very simple. I have a MacBook, I got it last year, so it's the M4 version, 16 inches, because when I'm studying outside of my cozy little office, I really love having a big screen. And at home, in my home office, I use it together with a big 27-inch Apple display. I also have an Apple keyboard and a Logitech mouse, because I am honestly a huge hater of the original Apple mouse. And that's basically my tech setup for studying and working. Actually, I've been working as a full-time photographer for, I think, 16 years or maybe even 17 years already. Of course, I also have a lot of cameras and lenses and a lot of tech for YouTube. Besides my main mirrorless Canon camera, I also use 2 DJI cameras and microphones from DJI too. So if you want to know more about my tech setup for YouTube video or for my photography business, just let me know in the comments, because I could definitely make a separate video about it. But honestly, my favorite setup for studying is still just paper and a pen. I truly believe that the best way to learn something is by reading and writing things down by hand all the time, because for me it feels like I am literally putting new information into my brain through my hand. And it just doesn't work the same time when I try to learn something only from a computer, especially when it comes to learning languages. I need to write everything down. I have a lot of notebooks, a lot of paper, a lot of pens. You can probably already tell from my office. And I think it's finally time to share my big life update. Last month was really tough for me, and I decided that I don't want to just sit at home, cry, feel anxious and do nothing. So I promised myself to go outside more often and starting creating these little one-day weekly trips for myself, just around the place where I live. And I live in Frankfurt am Main, which is basically in the middle of Germany. So there are actually so many beautiful places around here. Lately I've been traveling around Germany and visiting all these cute little towns and places nearby. For example, last week my husband and I went on a small trip where we hiked through vineyards, used one of those tiny lifts through the vineyards, and even took a boat ride on the Rhine River. And after that we climbed up to an old castle on the top of the hill, which honestly felt straight out of a movie. And there are castles literally everywhere in Germany, and I am obsessed with that. I am obsessed with the fact that there are so many cultural places here, and you basically need your whole life just to explore everything around you, even close to your own city, because this place was less than an hour away from my home by car. And honestly, after this trip I felt so inspired and so much better mentally that I decided I really want to keep doing these little trips more often, which is actually huge for me, because I am a professional homebody. Mostly because we have such a cute apartment, and I genuinely love staying at home. But I promised myself to go outside more, and in the next videos I'll definitely show you more cute places that I visit. And I really hope I can inspire some of you too, not to stay home 24/7, not to spend all your time only studying or working, because life is happening outside too, and sometimes one small trip can literally reset your brain. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I filmed it during the last 5 days, just little moments from each day, because besides studying I also have work and just normal personal life. But I really wanted this video to focus mostly on studying and my big life update. And right now I also trying to read more instead of just watching Netflix every evening like I've basically been doing for the last year. So tell me, do you love reading, and do you maybe have some book recommendations for me? Maybe something dramatic, mystery, science fiction, or even romantic. Honestly, I can read almost anything. And now I'm gonna go read in bed, maybe for 3 or 4 hours because I have time today, and then try to sleep at least 7 hours. Because I have less than 2 months left until my IELTS exam, actually a little bit more than 1 month, and honestly I don't feel prepared enough. I definitely need to study more. So see you in the next one. I still haven't decided what the next video is gonna be about yet, but I can promise you it's gonna be motivating, cute and cozy as always.